Welcome back to Allenton Family Canine, episode 4 in our series, where today we're going to discuss how to build drive with your dog and really why you would want to build drive with your dog. It doesn't have to be a German Shepherd. It could be any working dog, any working breed, lab, retriever, even some small working breed, really just building drives. What does that mean? The use of the different words drives and what they mean could mean different things to different people. But I'll talk about what that means here in just a second for us. Well, so it kind of goes all the way back to the dog's genetic and inherent qualities of chasing a rabbit. So a lot of times as dog owners, we forget about what the dogs would do in the wild or what they would eat in the wild. And so I get questions about food all the time. But really that's where this episode is going to stem from, is the dog has this inherent quality or desire to chase a rabbit. In our short that we just did recently discussing nipping, this is often why I get phone calls and work with folks with just solving a nipping problem. And generally the culprit is the puppy and the kids. Why? Because the kids always want to run and they end up becoming that prey object, or the rabbit, if you will. So in this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to teach the dog when it's okay to go chase the rabbit, why we want the dog to go chase the rabbit, and what tools you're going to need to get started. Full disclaimer, I probably should have filmed a video when I first got the dog using a puppy rag. Unfortunately, I didn't think of it fast enough and it got here a little bit late. So the tools you're going to need today for today's training lesson: no hot dogs. I know y'all were thinking I was going to say hot dog, but no hot dogs today. We still need a leash, so get yourself your 6-foot leash that you've been using. And then we're going to get a couple different things. But I do want to show you something that if for those of you with a 7 weeks, sometimes people pick up their puppies at 7 weeks. 7 weeks to that 9-week range. Sofie's out of that range now, unfortunately. A great option for building drive, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the first thing you might want to use is something called a jute rag. Jute rags are great for getting the dog to start chasing that rabbit, moving it around in a manner that kind of gets them excited. You can see she's watching. She's already been outside running around a bunch, but you can see, oh, here she goes. And we make motions that, see, mimic what that rabbit, boom, see that fast movement that rabbit would do. And then we're getting her used to biting, right? Oh, see, good girl. Oh, good girl. And so she's got the jute rag now. But that's where we would actually want to start a 7 to 9 week puppy. One of the reasons that we use jute is it gets the dog familiar with material. So you just got to see the jute rag. But from a jute rag, we're going to go to a jute tug. So the material's all the same. Again, the building block approach. So the dog is familiar with jute and what that feeling is. And then from a tug, maybe we get to, if you're getting into protection, we get into a bite bar where I can still make the rabbit get a bite. We graduate from a bite bar to a bite sleeve. This is a hidden sleeve. We've got full-size sleeves as well, but the material is all jute. So when you think about programming a dog and getting the dog familiar to know what it's allowed to bite in a working environment, this is kind of how we do that. But for tools today, if you've got a jute rag and a little puppy, the jute rag works great. Like I said, Sofie's graduated the jute rag, so we're actually going to use the jute tug today. So what I like to do, there's kind of a basic and an advanced method, and I'll show you the basic method first. So first, I'm going to show her. She was tired. She was out playing. I'm going to show her that I have the tug. And you can see she's trying to get it. Oh, she's got it. Good girl. And so as soon as so I'm going to keep making her miss until she gets a good grip on it. And when she starts tugging, good girl, oh, that's good. When she starts tugging on it, and we play tug of war a little bit, so as soon as she starts to pull, she's got to beat the big bag giant before I let her have it. So it's a David versus Goliath type of thing. Oh, good girl. Oh, that's girl. Oh, good. She reset her grip. And look, now she's more interested because I'm making more action on it. And this is her first time on this jute tug. Oh, she's pulling. Oh, good girl, Sophie. So she just beat the giant. And so a lot of people, when they play tug of war, she ran off. Good, that's possession. So we want her to take possession as, hey, I just beat the big bad giant and now I'm taking his thing away and I'm gonna go take it. So Jason, go take a shot of her over there. She's over there, she won, she beat the big bad giant. She's gonna chew that thing up if I let her. So I'm not gonna let her do that. And then I'm gonna show you kind of the advanced way to really build drive with the dog. And then we're gonna continue to expand on really getting her to want this object, right? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook my leash, my 6-foot leash, usually link side first, through the handle of my tug. Just go just like that. And then I'm going to take my link and go through the actual handle of my 6-foot lead. And now I've got this thing where my tug is just hanging out on the end here. Sofie. And so now you can see, watch what happens now. So she sees the tug and it's just on the ground, but it's not doing anything. Well, I'm gonna make it the rabbit. So here we go. Now look at the action I can make with the leash. Oh, now watch. Now we're really gonna go. Oh, that's girl. And so as soon as she gets it good, I'm gonna tug with her again. Oh, she's got it under her arm. Oh, she's trying to get it. Oh, I got it. See, I can pull the leash. Oh, so here we go. Oh, she re-gripped. That's good. As soon as she starts pulling. So now she's going. Oh, good girl, Sophie. Good girl, that's girl. Good girl, come on. I give her a little run around here because we're still playing, right? Oh, that's girl. Oh, she really wants to play now. Oh, now she re-gripped. Oh, that's girl. Oh, good girl. Good girl. So I'm not gonna let her all the way have it now. Oh, good girl. I gotta let her have it. And I'm reinforcing this possession. So she's got it now. She's like, oh, I got it. Now watch this. Here we go. Here we go again. Oh, there goes that rabbit. That rabbit just went flying. Look at the speed now. Oh, now she's really attacking it. Oh, yeah. That's girls. Oh, that's good. Oh, good girl, Soph. So she pulls really hard. I got to give it to her. She beat the big bad guy. Here I come again, though. I'm going to come get it from her again. I got it. Oh, wow, that rabbit's crazy. Oh, she's quick. Oh, I don't want her to grab the handle. So this is also where we can start teaching the out. Aus. And how I teach the aus. I just stick my hands in her mouth, just kind of like we talked about nipping. I open it, aus, and I take it out of her mouth. Good girl. Oh, I make no action. Nay, aus, no. So I can also teach no, just like we talked about with nipping, obedience and training. Here we go. Get ready. Oh, good girl. She got the tug now. Oh, she got the handle again. Oh no, she doesn't. She got the top of the jute. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Nope, I'm not gonna let her get the handle. Aus. Good girl. Oh, that's girls. Oh, that's girls. Oh, that's girls. Oh, she's got a good grip now. She's got to learn to reset. Oh, good girl. Oh, that's girls. See, I can encourage her with my hands. Look at her tail wag. I start pulling. She's got to start pulling back. Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl. She's that last pull. Good girl, Soph. Okay. So the nice part about building drive for a toy is let's just try this and see what happens. I've never done this with her, but let's just try, okay? Let's see. Sofie, Here. Oh, yeah, good girl. That's good girl. Hey, look, I just got the dog to do obedience for a tug instead of, and look, there she goes. She's got the tug. She just did obedience for the tug instead of a bag of hot dogs, right? So this is how we start that transition. We teach the dog how to use its mouth so it's not nipping your kids, it's not nipping your hands, and this is all part of that process. So we've been taking our time with Sofie and just working on obedience. Drive development is important. You can actually start this a little bit earlier on, and chances are most of you have done some of this inside playing with different toys, just not really knowing. And the hardest part for handlers is to know, well, wait a second, I'm not just pulling and playing tug of war, but you want to encourage the dog, which is why you want to play that David versus Goliath type of game with the dog. I make you miss a couple times because it makes the dog desire to pull or get that object. So that's why you saw her with that possession. We're increasing possession because she wants that toy really bad. And then we can switch to something like a ball, which this is where we're at for older dogs. So if I show Sofie the ball, and again, it's on a rope, so I can build action. I can build action with a ball. And then she's not looking because she's the plane, but if I start doing the same type of action, see, look, I can probably switch to a ball here really quick too, or get her to start chasing the ball. See? See, she doesn't quite know what to do with it yet because, oh, she did. She got it. Good girl, Soph. Good girl. And then I take it back and we start playing again. Oh, she got it again. Good girl. But this is where dog training gets fun, where you can use toys, objects. You're basically, or what you're doing is you're actually encouraging those inherent qualities and genetic qualities that the dog actually has, and then you're making it work for you instead of the person who calls me and says, my dog has too much energy, I don't know what to do. Let's harness that energy and use it for us. Because a dog that has a desire for a ball or a tug will do as she gets older and her nerve structure is fully developed, she'll basically work just to get one chance at that ball. So she'll do pretty much anything for you. And this is how you get dogs to track forever. This is how law enforcement does it. Special operations does it. But you can do it too. All right, we'll see you next time on Allenton Family K9. Episode 5, we'll be covering advanced obedience for young dogs. And we'll be incorporating basically drive development with our obedience. You saw a little bit of that right here at the end of the episode, but we'll start incorporating that in all of our regular obedience, front heeling, long downs, side heeling, and then we'll really start making action with ball and tug. See you next time.